Talk about 400K. Talk about 400K. Hey, talk about 400K. I say her ring costs her 100, shoes cost her 100, matching purse cost her 100. Ain't keeping it 100, about 400K. Talk about 400K. Talk about 400K. Talk about 400K. Shawty, know she bad. Care meal, super okay. Shawty, know that swag. That ain't nobody fooling with. Chanel, Gucci down, baddest thing up in this bitch. Baby, you that boy that after drunk will make these hoes swing. Thinking that she all that. Like, buy your drink, he's super cheap. Walk away and tell her friend. Damn, that nigga gave me head strong and know how to walk to catch a 10. Till I say I'm really feeling these moves, I'm going the distance. She got an old man at home, but baby, let me mention. After work, I'm putting work, a start up in a bitch. And the drought coming through the pain on me like I'm FEMA. If I'm so dirty, I would give them that straight out the clean. I say, her ring costs her 100, shoes cost her 100, matching purse cost her 100. Ain't keeping it 100.
400K, 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 man, make sure y'all tuning in, make sure y'all sharing this video. I'm having a good time right now. Hey, look, as you see, I don't need people in here turning up with me. I turn up, I get it in. I listen to a lot of artist music, man. Y'all got some cold songs, bro. Hey, word of encouragement, keep grinding, because the songs that I got, the songs I be listening to, I bet y'all like, man, you know, everybody's song. I listen to the people's music. I listen to the music. When you send it to me, I'm listening to it, you know. So that's what it is right there. So look, everybody that's tuning in now, you one-on-one live RaDeazy Herrin Drive. That was the first hour where we played, gave all these artists exposure right here. So I hope y'all go back. If y'all go back and rewatch this, make sure y'all tag. Make sure y'all go follow the people that I was tagging, because those are those people's songs. So I'm very excited to be doing that. Everybody out there, I hope y'all having a good time. I hope y'all being safe. Make sure y'all still practicing social distancing and different things like that. I see a lot of people getting real creative with, you know, at this time, which is real good, you know. So that's one thing. I like to see a lot of creativity, you know. But another thing, what we're gonna do, we got a very special guest tonight. You know, I'm gonna let her introduce herself and everything like that. And what we're gonna do, make sure, look, what we're gonna do is make sure y'all drop a comment. Make sure y'all drop a comment. You know, make sure y'all drop a comment. What I mean is, if y'all want to ask questions or anything like that, make sure you drop a comment, because we're gonna allow the question to get answered at the end of the show. So make sure y'all drop a comment. Hey, can y'all hear me? Because anyone, everybody hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you're watching and you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up. Drop a thumbs up right now. Drop an emoji. Drop a 100. Drop a something right now if you can hear me. Give me a comment before we get this thing started. Give me a comment. Drop a comment. Hello. Can you hear me? If anybody out there can hear me right now, drop a comment. Yeah, because we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some fun tonight. We got a very special guest that's gonna be tuning in. Hey, look, if y'all watching, I know you watching, drop a comment. Don't be scared, drop a comment. You know, drop a comment right now. Let me know you're in here. You one-on-one live RaDeazy Herrin Drive. Make sure you tag a friend. Make sure you tell a friend. Make sure you share this video. We here to encourage people. So if you want to ask any questions, make sure you drop that comment. Make sure you drop a comment. Well, we got a very special guest we're gonna kick in tonight. No other. The camera on.
Wait a minute. My camera turned around. Shit.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but my camera turned around.
Turn it back around.
I got it. Listen here, I'm not sad.
You must got an Android or something, because if it took you that long to turn it.
Wait, whoa, pump your brakes. Yes, I have an Android.
Oh, see, look, but look, I'm not the type of person to shit on nobody, because I was once an Android user before. So look, but team iPhone, shout out to everybody on Team iPhone. Yay.
I'm
But
so
hey,
sick of y'all. Y'all gonna leave Android users alone. When I tell people I have an Android, they act like I just said I got coronavirus. They be like, "Ooh, an Android, ooh." Be
yeah.
like,
Hey, but
it
hey,
ain't that
look,
serious.
but look, Androids can do things that iPhones can't do. You know,
Yeah,
so
for
that's
free. You know what they do it for? For free.
for free, for free. Yeah. Hey, look, very, very. Hey, everybody that's tuning in tonight, man. Everybody tuning in tonight. If you listening, you make sure you drop a comment. Make sure you tell a friend, tag a friend. You in one-on-one live RaDeazy Herrin Drive with a very, very special guest. Before we get this thing started, hey, look, I must introduce one of the queen. But look, I'm gonna let her do all her own introduction. But it's only right to have this young lady on the show right now. She's very encouraging, very uplifting. I actually met it personally. So we're here right now to encourage you. I'm on one-on-one live RaDeazy Herrin Drive with Sweet Baby Keita. How you doing tonight?
Hey, how y'all doing? It's your girl, Sweet Baby Keita, the Carolina Queen of Comedy. I'm doing wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful. Queen of Comedy. Carolina Queen of Comedy.
And when I say Carolina, I mean both North and South. And if anybody want to come and get it, they can come.
So, but North, okay, so where you from?
I'm from South Carolina. I'm actually
Okay.
from Spartanburg, South Carolina, but I do a lot of work in Charlotte. Like I got a whole bunch of people that love on me up there, and I'm up there a lot.
Well, hometown's supposed to really give you that love. So in your hometown, you get a lot of love in your hometown because a lot of people they start reaching a level, they city start kind of straying away from them. You know?
Yeah, well, when I won Showtime at the Apollo that year, I did a big show in my hometown, in like July, and it
Yep.
was really, really big. The venue seat 467. I had about 350 people in the building, so it was really good.
Wow. Come see
So
Sweet
they
Baby
came
Keita.
out and showed me love. I got a write up in the newspaper. I tried my best to get on the news. Like I took them people donuts and left cards, and they said they were talking about putting me on, but they never like interviewed me. But I was interviewed by Fox 5 here in Atlanta, but not in my hometown. And I felt like um I think it was a color thing or what have you. Because if I was white and I would have won Showtime at the Apollo, they would have had me right on the news. You know what I'm saying? Or it
So
was, huh?
now go ahead, go ahead.
No, I just feel like it would have been much bigger had
Yeah.
that been the case.
So so it's a Sweet Baby Keita Hot Atlanta. Hot Atlanta.
Yeah, hot.
What
It's hot down here. That's what we do. It's already, it was like 80 something degrees yesterday. Like, it'd be crazy here. Like,
in
and
Atlanta?
it be that type, huh?
How long you been in Atlanta?
28 years. No, like 30
You
years. I've been
you
here like
from
30
Atlanta
years.
then? You
I've
from
been here.
Atlanta, basically.
No,
You from
people
Atlanta.
always say that,
You
but
from Atlanta.
I was born and raised in South Carolina, so I'm really good with where I was reared. I just love this city now, but again, I say I was born somewhere else. I always claim my real city.
Yeah. So I know a lot of people out there like when they was born in the place, they don't rep that place no more. They'll rep somewhere they was raised at. But you got some people that's hardcore. It don't matter if they was born there and they left the next day, they was born in such and such. And they
Yeah.
repping that,
I
you
rep
know.
my city because I was really raised there. I mean, for real, like I like the values and the things that were instilled in me. Because the people from Atlanta, and I hate to say it, like they didn't build up Atlanta. It was all the people that came in from different areas, California, New York, you know what I'm saying? People, New Orleans, y'all came down here. Like everybody came in and built this city up until, you know what I'm saying? It's like a real cultural melting pot. But it wasn't the people that was here just was they was so carefree and lackluster. All they want to do is go to the club and smoke weed. Like they don't have no real ambition. Like a real person from Atlanta, they don't be doing nothing.
They'll be doing that.
Yeah, everybody
Like,
think they're gonna be the next Jeezy or something. Everybody be at the studio.
well, you got, you know, you're gonna have that everywhere. You're gonna have that everywhere. You're gonna have
Oh,
that.
it's crazy here though. Every time I talk to like, and you know, like younger guys try to hit on me. I'm way older than they could even imagine, and
They
I'll
gonna
be
ask
like,
how old you
so
are.
I say, so what are you, a rapper, a producer? And the dude was like, how you know? And I was laughing like, that's the only thing y'all do know. That's it. Y'all don't do nothing else.
It is crazy. Like, I don't know. It's a lot. It is crazy. Like, but then you in an area where a lot of rappers that's been discovered. So by you being down there and you seeing a lot of rappers, then that's probably like a trending thing. But you know, even down here in one, people I be around, a lot of people I be seeing and noticing they be trying to be a rapper too. You know, it come with a lot. And being a rapper, you know, come with a lot. You know. So what do you actually do? Queen of comedy. What you gave your? Did somebody else gave you that, or you just say, you know what? Ain't nobody outdoing me, so I'm king queen of comedy. How you get that?
No, that's funny. What happened is my homeboy, Odell Dale, he's very funny. He called himself the Carolina King of Comedy, and I liked it. And I was like, why you the king? He was like, because I'm funny and can't nobody come and get this crown. And that's why I say it too. He was like, can't nobody get this crown. If they want it, they can come and get it. And then I was like, you're right. So now I'm the Carolina Queen of Comedy. So I kind of got borrowed it from him, but yeah, that's where it came from.
Man,
And once
sweet
I
baby.
started saying it, I just started like I feel like if people knew, like the universe hears what you're saying. I always say that. I always say I'm saving souls. That's my other hashtag. And I always say we all we got, like the things that I put out into the universe, it just comes back around to me. So actually just saying I was the queen made me the queen. It was nothing else that they could do. I promise you I worked very hard.
So you, so like, so you calling yourself the queen of comedy? Does it also give you confidence? Like they give you confidence, or is that
Yeah.
confidence or more of a cocky thing?
It just gives me confidence. What it is, like initially I had won Atlanta's hottest. And it was a lot of comedians on this list. And the first year that I got put on, I lost. I lost the for being Atlanta hottest. And the person who won, I felt like wasn't funnier than me. I didn't know how I was judged. So I told the girl, I don't mean no harm, but I'm funnier than you. And I said this to her face. And she was like, I know. She said, but I got more votes than you. And I was like, that's what it takes to be Atlanta's hottest is vote. Say no more. And after that, every year when I got nominated, like I went all in to get my votes. So that's how I ended up, winning that. And I won it 3 years consecutively. I got 3 trophies up here on my wall. I got a lot of stuff.
So speaking of accomplishments, I want to congratulate you on a lot of accomplishment. You know, for everybody that's tuning in now, you with Sweet Baby Keita, and you know, you saying the Carolina Queen of Comedy. I want to show people this. Sweet Baby Keita, the Carolina Queen of Comedy. That's actually a nice logo.
Thank you.
Whatever you call it, however you call that piece of artwork is very, very nice. And the SB Sweet Baby Keita, it got that mic on it. That's very, very, very nice right there. I like that. So, accomplishment, speaking a lot of accomplishments, what were some of your biggest achievements that you felt that you accomplished?
Like I said, first, my first stepping stone was being Atlanta's hottest. Like that, when I went places, I would be like, I'm Atlanta's hottest female. And, was my little platform for a while. And then I won, there was a USO, they had a competition to go on a USO tour. And so went to Virginia with 2 more of my comedy friends. We got in the car, we went up there, and they had 52 comics. It was 2 nights of the competition. And out of the 52, they only picked 10, and I'm the only female that they picked. So I just kept, it just kind of kept going. They had a big competition. Well, that I was picked for Kevin Hart's Heart of the City. And so they were asking around to see who was the hottest amateur comics in the Atlanta area. And I was told that they gave my name 5 times, like 5 different people gave my name. So they ended up picking me, and I was on Kevin Hart, Heart of the City. I thought I had made it then, but I really hadn't. Like it was a little money. And you know what I'm saying? It was on Comedy Central. So a lot of people don't watch Comedy Central like that. You have to have like real cable. You know, we all got Fire Sticks around here. So I don't even have no Fire Stick. But again, but like I said, I just had to really realize that one TV credit was not going to withstand me. So I went and did a competition. It was called the opening act competition. And this competition, it was in Charlotte. I was in Philadelphia. I caught the megabus. It was supposed to be 12 hours, but the megabus windshield wipers went out over in the morning. So we had to sit for like 2 hours to wait for the daylight to come up for him to even be able to drive again. And then we had to wait some more because his shift was over. You know that after 10 hours, they have to stop driving. You have to get another bus driver. So it was, by the time I got there, I had been on this mega bus for 14 hours. I only had time to get there, go to my friend's house, shower, change clothes, do my thing. And I went right to the competition. They only gave you 5 minutes, and in 5 minutes, and it was so many people on there, so many people from that were in the Charlotte area and people that came from other places. But again, I say, they told me I won like in the first minute, like the first joke I told, they loved it. It was unanimous. I won, and with that, I got 28 book dates. That's something totally different. Like Kevin Hart just got people looking at me, but this was guaranteed. Like all I had to do was go down my list, call these people, and set these dates up. So I got 28 book dates, and that was my first time out the country. They sent me to the Bahamas to do a show.
Wow.
And so they bought my passport. Like it was just phenomenal. Like that was the real, like that was the best thing I've ever been a part of. I really. He has not done it again. He was supposed to do another one, and I was actually supposed to host it or help host, it, and it ended up not getting off the ground. But again, I say it would have been great because he lined it up with the people already, and they had those dates open, you know what I'm saying, or they gave you an available date. So it was really good. Like it was just guaranteed work, and that just started off the ball to rolling. Because once somebody sees me, I'm gonna get back. I'll probably get booked back, and then again I will, get other stuff. So it just, I even got to do the Queen City Awards, which is Charlotte's award ceremony, and Anthony Hamilton people came and grabbed me up and asked me, to get with them. So I mean, it was a real door opener. That was crazy.
Wow, I bet it was. I bet it was. Things were happening right in front of your face. Everybody, Sweet Baby Keita, make sure you drop a comment speaking on that Kevin Hart, Heart of the City. That right there, everybody, Sweet Baby Keita, Heart of the City, and actually went it up, rock that thing, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go follow her on her website and different things like that. Drop a comment if you want to know anything about Sweet Baby Keita. We will ask her at the end of the show, so make sure you drop a comment. Now, you went Heart of the City. Things start, going, and you start getting a couple of dollars for your crowd. How does that make you feel when you start getting paid for what you do?
When you start, it's totally different because in the beginning, like I just wanted to do it so much, like it was such a hunger. Like if they said they was gonna give me $25, I felt good because really in my heart I would have did it for free. But then I started getting the $25 to do little openers or $50 to feature and stuff like that. Because Atlanta has so many opportunities to do comedy throughout the week. Like you could go to a comedy spot every single night. So I was getting picked up more and more for stuff around here. But once I started getting out, or just making sure I get out. Like I would just get in my car and go to people open mic out of town. Like if I had seen a comedy club, I would look up their open mic night and I would go.
Wow.
Once I go to their open mic,
Wow.
I get a spot. I remember one time me and my friend, we drove all the way to Jacksonville to Dean Roberts Club. And Dean said, Keita, if you come down here, I'm going to give you a weekend. And he said, you come to my open, I said, I'm going to come to your open mic. He said, for real? I said, yeah. He said, if you come to my open mic, he said, I'll give you a weekend. And I said, say no more. And I jumped in the car, like all that driving ain't nothing. And that's only 6 hours. I jumped in the car and went right down to Jacksonville. And I closed out their open mic. And then I got a weekend after that to come back with Tyler Craig. And it was so, so phenomenal.
Man, them open
But
mics, people.
I think the willingness of just going, like I don't try to make it hard for people. Like, you know, they'll be like, well, what we got to do to get you down here? Da, da, da. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think a lot of people be more difficult than it's worth.
And see, I don't, that, from listening to that, that just tells me you have, it's the love of comedy. You know, it's the love of comedy that you got for the game right now, when it's not all about the money. You know what I'm saying? We talking about open mics. It's a lot of artists out there don't even do open mics. They feel like they up here. You know, they feel like they just, you know, on Steve Harvey level and different things like that. Kevin Hart level, they don't want to do open mics, but the queen of comedy, she calling herself the queen of comedy and hitting open mics, busting them wide open. You know what I'm saying? They just let me know you got the grind for it, you know. But I understand, like how you say, for the love of it, because I have had a chance to work with you before, and my experience working with you was a phenomenal experience where I learned too. You know, we talking about, you know, I work with a lot of different comedians, females, but you know, actually working with you was very, very different. You know, I learned a few things, and you was I knew you love what you do. It wasn't about, you worth so much, way more money, because I seen it personally, than what you asking for. You got, people getting booked for big shows, they not even funny.
Yeah.
You know, and you coming in rocking the house every time. So working with Herrin Drive Entertainment, I want to appreciate you for that. You know, as a matter of fact, I got a couple things I want to show the people. That was one of the shows, everybody. The date night comedy show part 4. She came down and rocked that thing right there. So make sure y'all go check that out. I actually had her again down in Bogalusa, Louisiana for the Ladies Like In. That was a beautiful, beautiful show. She came down and wrecked it. I'm telling y'all, people, she murdering the stage every time she get on the stage. But working with Herrin Drive Entertainment, and for me, and knowing somebody that work with, because you get these people to get on stage and be like, man, I did this, I did that, I shot out that. I want us to do people shot me out. Because the reason why I'm asking that and saying that is because it's an honor to work with people that actually work with people that's already in the game. You know what I'm saying? That who we kind of look up to and admire in their footsteps on what they doing. You know, working with Kevin Hart, working with Steve Harvey. Man, tell us about your experience working with Steve Harvey.
Oh, that was wonderful. That was wonderful. Well, I won Showtime at the Apollo, and when I won, like when I went to the back to the the green room area where we were waiting on the side. When I got in there, Steve Harvey manager kind of grabbed me. He was like, "Hey, I need to talk to you. Steve loves you. We, what can we do to get you, with the team, da da da." And they're talking to me, and I'm like, "Oh my God." So my manager's there, and she's talking with them and getting information and stuff, and everything was great. And then like it was coming up on, they finally, it seemed like forever from the taping, which was in like probably June, to when it was put out. I went in June and I went again in November, and it didn't come out till March. So with that being the case, it was such a long period of time. And finally, one day I was coming back from a show in Florida, and I got a call from his people, and he was like, Steve Harvey want to know would you like to be on his show? And I was like, heck yeah, I would love to be on Steve Harvey's show. And uh, so they flew me out, and I flew out my assistant, and my cousin lives there, so we all, kind of clicked up, and we went around. It was only 2 days. It was so fast, but it was the day we dropped, and then the next day we taped, and then I flew out after that the next day. So I was only there like really 2 days, but it was amazing. And just even as he was talking to me when I was sitting on his couch, we were talking on film, and people seen that. But after the cameras went off, he usually just gets up from the guests. They get up and they go their separate ways. He go back into his dressing room, and they go back to theirs. And but he was still talking to me. So usually during these sets, they play music. So now he's sitting here talking to me and telling me, I'm gonna be next, and he's giving me all these good words. They start playing music because that's what they normally do. And at that point, once they started playing music, boom, it was just like he yelled out, "Hey, cut that shit off. Don't you see me talking to her?" And I was like, "Oh my God." Like, it was just like I was screaming in the inside, but I was trying to be cool.
Man, I know. I know. I couldn't even imagine the feeling how you was feeling at that moment of time, and you actually perform. So the experience of performing on those type of platforms, what as a comedian, the experience. Like, how is it hard? Because me just telling jokes, making people laugh, that's real hard. Whenever you got a dead crowd, you got a diverse crowd, you got Mexican, Chinese. How do you able to maneuver through that? As a comedian, do you have you freestyle, or you come in with jokes written, or what's your style?
I mean, what do you mean? I mean, say that again. I'm sorry.
Oh, like whenever you performing on Kevin Hart stage, performed on Herrin Drive stage, performed on Steve Harvey stage, big level, little level, small. How do you come in? Like, do you have your jokes written? Yeah, how you prepare for that? Cause
that is gonna come with your time in this industry. You'll learn how to read your crowd, and that's a lot of people problem. Like, they'll try to tell their same jokes the same way, or every time, and it does not work for every demographic. What you have to do is see who I'm standing in front of. You can look at people's faces and know the ages, or you'll know the establishment, like what the type of people they cater to. And then you have to tell the jokes that you feel. I tell the jokes. I have an arsenal, and in my mind, I'll be standing in front of the people, and I'm looking at them, and I'll be like, oh, I can say this. I can't say this. I need to throw this out. I need to da-da-da. And that's what I'm doing in my mind while I'm even telling jokes, because I see who I'm in front of. I do church shows. I know I can't curse. I know I can say this joke, but I have to take this word out. Like, I'm going through my mind doing that. Hey, I can say this. I can't say this at all. This, what I'm saying? Because some people are still like, they won't curse, but they're saying, vulgar, stuff.
Yeah.
And so it's still, the same. It's certain things like if I'm doing an event and it's just clean, I can say something. I don't have to curse, but I can say, something with a little raunchy, racy content. I can do that. It's clean. But if I'm at church, I'm not even going to do that type of content. I'm only going to stay on book for just straight gospel, just straight, church, just, just good.
So it's more like that. So it's more of your vibe feeling. It's not like you got written jokes, but it's more that vibe feeling. Like, you go off that when you walking in the building.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause you might feel like I got this prep, but when I walked in here, now I see these group of people and this type of, like, it's a different vibe than what I prep for. You're able to maneuver through that.
I don't even prep. That's another thing. Like, I'm telling you, when I did Kevin Hart, those people called me the night before and asked me to be on the show. Me and they told me I needed 4 outfits, bring them with me, meet at this spot right here. We went to Magic City. We take a first at Magic City. So they was like, be there at this time. And I kind of lived down the street from it, but I had a show this particular night. My show go to like 11 o'clock. So by the time I get home, 30 minutes, and then I'm looking through my closet trying to pick out outfits, and I get a little sleep. I can't really sleep. I'm nervous. Now I have to be back up at like 8 to be together and have all my stuff and go to the spot. When I get there, I was so worried about the outfits that I was gonna bring and do with. When I got there, they liked the outfit that I had on. Like I wore that to the thing, and I had 3 or 4 other outfits like in a bag, and they picked the outfit I had on. They liked it. And then 2, I didn't know what I was gonna say. When they called my name, I did not know one thing. I just stepped out there, the lights are in my face, and I just was like, and I just went with it. I just started flowing. We actually did, like everybody did 10 minutes, and they cut it up to how they wanted it. So like I said, Mario got the most time, then me, and then the other 2 guys, you know, they had shorter amounts of time. But like I said, it was just amazing for me. I felt like I came across, I was funny. I was comfortable. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like I went all like nervous. I didn't know what I was gonna say, but Miss Tina was backstage with us, and Miss Tina is Jermaine Dupri mama. So we back there laughing and stuff. I'm around here asking, why did Jermaine and Janet break up? So that's all I needed to know. Why did this loving couple depart from each other? I'm like, Miss Tina, what happened? She was like, sometimes people don't work out. And I was like, yes, they do. And then she said, she was sitting, a young lady was sitting behind her, but I didn't know. She said, this is Jermaine's baby mama. So I looked around, I said, I'm sorry. But yeah, what happened to them? Like, I look, I understand she here, but I need to know what happened to Janet and Jermaine. I don't give a damn about this girl who had a baby by him. She ain't Janet Jackson. I know she that every day. I bet you they act like she ain't nobody. He'd be like, this is my baby mama. They'd be like, what, Janet?
Man, I bet y'all actually conversated like y'all actually been knowing each other and everything.
We did. I invited myself to her house for dinner and everything.
Hold on, you invited yourself to her house.
To her house. No, because she was saying, you know, people really don't know Miss Tina. They know Jermaine Dupri mama. Yeah. She said, I'm so tired of, because that's how they introduced her to me. She said, I'm so tired of y'all calling me Jermaine's mama. Jermaine's mama. I got a name. My name Tina. And I said, Miss Tina, don't feel bad. I said, because my kids ain't shit. So I take Jermaine and you can have them and have your name. I'll take Jermaine. I'll be Jermaine's mama. I don't mind that.
And that just experiencing in life, getting older, experience in life is like it matures us, like, you know. So like you doing, moving and doing all this, how do you feel that people, when you go into venues, let me ask, when you go into venues, do you feel like there's no audience that you can't take on? Like, or like, say if you coming behind, like if you coming behind a boring comedian that actually had everybody sleep, you know what I'm saying? And coming behind a comedian like that, I know can be very, very tough. So do you like that? Can you know, tell me about a situation like that you've been in.
Coming behind a comedian and doing what? Like
that was terrible. That was terrible. You knew you had to come up and work.
You got to work. It really is a lot of work because you got to build this crowd back up to laughter because they still got the taste of the other comedian. Like the worst time was I was at this club, and the guy, kept talking about fat girls, and he was like, did fat girls like snacks? And he was just saying some mean stuff, and it just got real mean. And then he started honing in on like this one girl and was talking like kind of directly to her, saying mean stuff. And so now the girl jumps up, she was like, I kick your ass. And I was like, oh God. So now he was like, what? Something. And she said, you think I'm playing with you? So now they're having to pull this girl back like she was ready to fight. She came out of her seat and out the aisle, and kind of her and her friend started walking off. And she said, I bet you won't bring your ass outside. I bet you won't. She said, I'm going to be out here waiting on your ass. I'm going to beat the shit out you. And I was laughing so hard, like, he about to get his ass kicked. Like, don't go out there. Don't go nowhere near her. So now, like, not only is it a bombing, it's a disturbance. This a whole uproar. This a fight. You know what I'm saying? So then they called me up next, and I said, I just want to say, I'm not going to talk about nobody in this audience. Only person I'm going to talk about is me. And then they started laughing, and I could feel I took the level back down because it was on 100. That was a whole fight. You know what I'm saying? And I had to bring it back down.
Yeah, bring it back down. See, I know that could be a very tough as a comedian to come behind a artist, a comedian, comic that was very, very boring. I know that could be real, real hard. So say that you agreed to $300 on the show, right? And then you had to go out and work like you was getting paid $2,000 a show. But you go to the promoter and say, hey, look, I need a little bit more money because that nigga right there or whatever, he was garbage or she was garbage.
No, I ain't never did that. I just feel like that's another thing. Like, you have to know what, like, as you learn comedy, you'll learn to ask these questions. But you're gonna ask how much are the tickets or whatever, and ask how many do this venue seat. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. So you could kind of gauge how much money this promoter making. So you could kind of gauge, whether to ask for a little more or what have you. Because if you don't, whatever price you settled on before you got there is the price you settled on. It is what it is. That's how I feel. Like, no, I'm not going to ask for $1 more because I've already agreed to an amount. Now, if you want to get your money up, you can make sure you bring merchandise to sell, you know what I'm saying? Or just do it like that. Even one time I was at this comedy show, and I was headlining. I'm doing my thing. I got these people dying laughing, people falling out their seat. It was great. I had a great time. But at a certain point, I said, hey, all your boy money done ran out. My show is done here. So I'm going to about to get myself on down. And they yelled out, no, we tell some more jokes. And I said, if y'all want me to tell jokes, then his money is gone. Y'all gonna have to give me $5 a piece, and then I'll start telling jokes again. And people got in a line. So now it's about 5 or 6 people in this line that came up and gave me $5. It was beautiful. And I said, well, let me go ahead and tell these little jokes for y'all.
I'm going to tell these jokes then. I'm going to sling these jokes.
Y'all was very receptive. Y'all been that.
Man, that's good. And that's a good thing that you're selling jokes and not selling any other thing. So that's good. That's very, very great. I salute you for that, because a lot of people don't understand, that separate girls and women, but, so what's one of your favorite punchlines?
One of my favorite punchlines?
Yeah, like because I done seen artists perform and they got this punchline that's going boom, that they know that's going to get them. So what do you go in and prep them and, mold the crowd up a little bit?
Obviously, you don't know me, but you do know me. I don't have that's what they say about me. That's crazy. Like, all my stuff be like, bam, bam. Like, I don't have nothing that I'm just partial to, or I have to go to every time. It's a lot of jokes that don't get told a lot of times that have great punchlines, but some people ask for Mr. Charles. Somebody asked about him last night, the other night when I was somewhere, but Mr. Charles, that was a great joke. The whole thing. It was about me dating this older man, and I called him Mr. Charles, and it's because I was raised in the South. And when you're raised in the South, somebody older than you call them Mr. and their first name. And I just was respectful of that. I loved him. He was my boo, but he
You
was
from the
Mr.
South?
Charles.
You from the South when you put everybody down south put the Mr. and Mrs. in front of them. And yes,
Yep,
ma'am, no, man. We very,
yep.
very respectful down south. You know, I'm part of that South, that Southern Picayune, Mississippi. Shout out to everybody that's watching. Hey, look, everybody that's watching, make sure you drop a comment right now. You here with Sweet Baby Keita. If you got a question, you want to know anything about her, make sure you drop you a comment right now. We on live right now with her. So Sweet Baby, them ask, like, you know, from doing all the shows, you was hitting the road, you loving to travel, you performing with different artists and different things like that. And when 2020 came in, you was more like, you know, everybody have their resolution. I know when 2020 came in, you had a lot of big goals and dreams. But when all this, the pandemic had hit, how did that make you feel from doing all these shows and traveling all the way across the world? How did that affect Sweet Baby Keita from slowing down, not doing shows?
Okay, the show, it was a real, like, it was you know what I'm saying, like, I don't just live off of show money. Like, I have Spotify, iTunes, Apple, Pandora stations that you all can go on and watch me. Yeah, that Mr. Charles joke on there. But I just had taped for that again. I taped some new material to put on all of those outlets. But it was a shock for me that I'm not going places. Like, I'm usually at home a couple of days. I, you know, peel around, feed my plants, clean my house, arrange some stuff, and then, you know, pack a bag and I'm back out the door. Like, I'm not here for long periods of time. I might be here for the week, maybe.
Yeah.
Most of the time I just been going, and I'll be gone for 2 weeks or whatever. And it just, and I ain't realized I don't have a man. Like, I talk all this junk. People think I'm somebody else. They don't know me for real. But I really didn't have, until the pandemic, like, when you're quarantined in your house with whoever your household is. My household was me. My kids are no longer here. They're all grown and gone. And it was just me. So that was the biggest thing for me, to realize that I am who I got in this world. Like, at the end of the day,
It all taught us something. It taught
yeah,
it actually,
yeah. So
yeah, and I know you've been probably working and critiquing your craft and things like
yeah, and
that.
I haven't even thought for 1 minute about you know, just having something like that. Ain't never been you know what I'm saying, I be around people, or I might, you know, go out on dates or kick it, but that's about it. Like, it was nothing like serious, where, because sometimes that's a hindrance to your craft too.
Yeah.
Especially, like, a lot of these guys are already married, you know what I'm saying, when they get into the game. Or I know some comics that are married, but they don't let people know, because that affects their fan base. Like, as long as people feel like you're available, or they could touch you, see you, or even have you, they'll be more you know, receptive to coming and doing shows with you and whatnot. But for me, I mean, it wasn't, you know what I'm saying, it's just that I'm a woman, and for a woman to have the work ethic and the drive that I have, like, a lot of men just can't get with it at first. Because when I'm dating people, at first they be like, oh, I understand, I know you busy, yeah, I got your back. But as soon as I'm gone 2 weeks and I'm calling you from I'm FaceTiming you from Japan, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a little different then. Like,
Yeah.
you like, I'll never get to see you, you know what I'm saying? When we gonna get together, and you know what I'm saying? So I have a quality of time. Like, a person have to know that when I'm there, I'm gonna give you a quality of my time. It won't be a quantity, it won't be a whole lot, but you'll know my sincerity of the quality. So a lot of men just are not used to that. They not used to a woman making more money than them, because a lot of people, like, I was dating this one guy, and he went to work every single day, and I like that about, you know, the situation. I was like, I got a regular dude, he go to a regular job, I just do my thing. But it was me being here like a housewife
Mm-hmm.
almost. When I'm here during the
Mm-hmm.
week, I'm cooking and cleaning and making sure when he get home it's a hot meal, and I'm doing that. But I'll leave out 1 or 2 days out the weekend, and I make more money than you. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
going and doing that and coming on back, and our money didn't match up. And he just got to be so petty about the money situation. Like, we went out one night, it was a comedy thing, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I always at work. I don't be out just kicking it. I'm always at a type of work
So,
environment.
yeah.
For me,
Yeah.
I'll go to comedy shows and just eat or just kick it, but I'm there to support my co-workers, or I'm there to work. It's no other thing. I'm not there. So we were there, and I think I only got like a dessert and a drink, and I think he got a drink. And so when they brought the ticket, I said, "You gonna get it?" And he was like, "What would you expect me to pay for it?" And I was like, "I thought you would." You know what I'm saying? Because we're a couple.
Yeah.
Usually the man
Yeah.
just go ahead and pay. He was like, "You can't count my pockets." And I'm telling you, like, we're now like arguing in this club, and it was so fucking. I was looking like, okay, never, you know what I'm saying? You don't got to worry about that. So now it was so nickel and dime-ish with our relationship. Like, you would call what you was doing for me, and I do stuff and it just get done. Like, whatever I buy, whatever I do, it was for the house. It was just to get done. But I know God is going to bless me, because even when we broke up, and I tell a joke about it, and people don't know that it's the realest stuff ever.
For
I not
real.
never tell
Yeah.
jokes. I just know how to tell my life funny. But he took the washing machine he bought me for Christmas. That was just so funny to me. He was just so petty. He didn't even have nowhere to take it. He had to wait for, like, you know what I'm saying, a week till he could get somebody to help him move it to somewhere or sell it to somebody. I don't know what he did, but all in all, he took the washing machine. So somebody, I told a joke or whatever, somebody that knew me, that have love for me, was like, "Kid, I got a washing machine. You can come and get it. You ain't got to give me nothing. Just come and get it." What? It's a brand new, the top is clear. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them new ones, new joints. Like, it was so nice. And he just gave it to me. All I had to do was go
Wow.
pick it up. And so what's funny is the person, and he and I, we're exes, but I understand that people don't work. So we still cool, and I'll still be like friendly or whatever. So the other day he said, "Can I wash clothes?" And I laughed so hard. Like, the funny part is, you did all that meanness, but now you need to use the washing machine. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Wow. That's
I
the real
almost said, and
definition
I
of petty.
almost got petty too, and was like, "Where the wash machine you took? What, you don't have it?"
Yo, oh, that'd have been that blow right there. That'd have been that blow, man. And then people, and when you telling jokes and speaking about your life, that what makes it so much sincere and funnier, because now you're able to laugh at it. You're able to just get your rocks off of it now because it became funny to you. But one thing I see, like, what was some of the toughest decisions that you feel like you had to make in life?
um the tough decision was, like, my kids were growing up when I first was like starting out, because I've been doing this like almost 10 years. So I had, teenage daughters or what have you. And so I was having to be mindful of, I had a job too. So I'm going to work, I'm working out at the gym, and I'm feeding my kids and making sure they're good. And then we're doing things too. And I got shows, you know, on the weekend or what have you. So it was just a full load. But then I got to a point where I felt like my babies were good enough where I could just leave them at home. I could travel more. You know what I'm saying? But it seemed like my last daughter, she was like 15, 16. My older daughter is 3 years older than her, so she could be in charge of her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't leaving her unattended, feeling like she was old enough. She was here with her sister. So, and her brother. Her brother is 8 years older than them. So, you know what I'm saying? So they were covered as a family. Like, I wasn't leaving you unattended. But it seemed like every single time that I was out of town, like doing something and gonna be gone for a little while, my daughter, my youngest daughter, would have some medical issue where she would have to be taken to the hospital. Now, the only person who can verify that she could be worked on is me. So now they're having to contact me and, see if it's okay to work on Kimari. And I was so mad because I was like, she wait every single time till I get out of town.
Every time. Wow.
Being helicopter flighted to the hospital for different stuff. Like one time it was something so trivial. She had a blockage, which means she needed to use the damn bathroom.
Yeah.
Kimari, you need the shit. That's it. I told her to drink some milk of magnesia or some regular shit stuff. The people tried to give her, the hospital strength stuff to drink. She refused to drink because I ain't there. Like if I was there, she would have just drunk the stuff. But I ain't there, and none of the other people, my daughter, my son, her grandmama, like none of them can make Kimari do anything. So she's not taking the stuff. So now she has to have surgery to move the blockage. Like I said, this is crazy.
Wow.
They're having to call me and tell me about her status and how she came out of the surgery. It was a lot. And I said, I know these people feel like I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Because I love my baby. I would not have, left her like that. I did not know. But yeah. It was a couple of times. One time she had vertigo. Remember when I brought her down there? She had vertigo, and vertigo is when you feel like you're spinning, your equilibrium's off. You get a real dizzy state of mind. It's real crazy. A lot of people have it. I have it, but I know how to do exercises to get myself back.
Vertigo.
Yes, it feels like you're spinning. It feels like you're on a merry-go-round. My head off, or you'll get off balance. You'll be kind of wobbly. But it happened so bad for my daughter that it crossed her eyes up. Like her eyes went cross. She was not born cross-eyed. She was never cross-eyed. This thing had her equilibrium off so badly that it crossed her eyes up. So I'm out of town at the time. They have to take her to the emergency room.
Wow.
So yeah, they don't know what to do. Now I have to take her to a neurologist. I had to take her to our PCP. I have more doctor appointments than an old lady with you know what I'm saying? So now I'm back. I'm having to show that I'm a real parent. So now I'm having to go to all these. It was crazy. But yeah, I'm so glad that she is fat. And then she graduated finally, and she's an adult now. But recently she had just gotten a job at Home Depot. I took her to her orientation. She did all stuff. She worked a couple of days, and like a week she was there. She broke her leg in the house. Like she just fell down in the house and broke her leg in 2 places.
Wow.
So now I got to take her to the hospital. I was so mad. I was like, I'm not believing this.
That is crazy. Like what did they say? What that word saying? Say if it ain't one thing, it's another.
It's another. It is another.
Ain't one thing, is another. How long you been doing comedy?
It's been like 10 years now. Like seriously, it's been like 10 full years. I was like doing little hosting things and stuff before with my church and different stuff, and they would be like, it wasn't no pay. They'd be like, you could just do a little something, do that. And then it got so bad once I been on Kevin Hart and I won Apollo. Every time I don't go to church regular. I ain't even gonna lie. I was already on the sick and shut in list before this shit happened. But I'm not a regular attendee of church like I should be.
Amen.
But God know my heart. I don't answer to none of them people.
Okay.
But it was just that when I was going to church, anytime I would go to my church, when I'm in town and I'm off on a Sunday, I'm gonna go to church. So I go to church. Soon as my pastor see me, he's like, oh, our comedian's in the house. She's here today. We just gonna have her come up and just do about 5 or 10 minutes. Just you could just and I'd be like, I'm furious because I didn't ask for this. I came to praise the Lord. Like it got to be it was, what I'm saying, the first time you did it, okay. Then New Year's, here you go. You calling me up here. Then what I'm saying, I can't even enjoy no parts of a church member.
Then you ain't trying to pay me, pastor.
Yep. Then they be like, come to the front and do like 10 minutes. I be like
Big Mama said.
Say hell no.
Wait a second. Hey, you go up there to the mic. I ain't know I was gonna be on program.
I didn't know I was gonna
Yes,
be on program.
yeah. So just 10 years ago, like how you was able just to balance like raising your kids and doing comedies, you know what I'm saying? Like
It's a
10 years
hard balance,
ago,
especially for a single mom. When I first
yeah.
started out trying to do it, I was dating this guy, but we had broken up. And then after that, I was basically a single mom. But my first and foremost focus was my children. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Like, I'm gonna see about my kids. And I had a regular job that I went to. Even when I got on Kevin Hart, Rodney Perry called me. I was at my job and I'm trying to whisper, you know what I'm saying? My heart beating fast. He was like, Keita, they picking you for Kevin Hart. Your name got put out there and they looking at you. I'm talking to him now. And I'm trying to type and do the stuff I was supposed to fluffing and folding like I'm supposed to be doing at my job. And I can't even focus because I'm so excited about this Kevin Hart thing. But yeah, I work and I work corporate America jobs. I do medical billing, front desk, data
Yeah.
entry. Like I do work like that. So I was working a real job. I needed to make some money. And
Oh,
then it
you
got even harder because
yeah.
I told you to stay in Mr. Charles and he got sick. Like he just it was like one thing after another and his health just declined real drastically like over a short period of time. So now not only do I have my children, I got my quote unquote spouse that I got to take care of. It got to the point where I had to take him to dialysis 3 times a week. So now I'm having to do that and work at night and have my, be there for my kids and what I'm saying, and take care of him, and do shows on the weekends.
Yeah.
Like it was a lot. It's been a lot. Like that's why I say like anything that I get, I truly deserve, and I don't feel no kind of way. People will be
Yeah.
like I brag or whatever. They don't know. Like this has been uphill. This has not been no smooth sailing. This ain't been no calm sea. This has been just pounding the pavement, uphill battle work. So it's no way in the world you're gonna tell me I'm gonna have to downplay how I feel about my accomplishments. No, I'm very proud of what I've done. It's not bragging, it's to say that this just to show that hard work is its own reward. It will pay
Yeah.
off in the end.
Yeah.
And that just it is what it is. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna, make no forms for it. No,
That's a
I'm not
great way to
where
put it.
I
Yes.
would like to be in my career, but I am absolutely chipping away and getting there. Um, with every show, every single show.
Yeah. Everybody, you Sweet Baby Keita, we here. We locked in with Sweet Baby Keita. So if you're tuning in right now, you want to know anything, you want to give a shout out, whatever you want to do, make sure you drop a comment right now. Make sure you do that right now.
So will I be able to see the comments or is anybody commenting?
Yeah, see, you got a few people that commented. You want they commented. Then you had another one out here. To Jacqueline, that's my mom. She said, "Hi, Sweet Baby Keita."
Hey, sweetie.
You had
I see it now. I didn't see it before.
yeah, you
How
got
you doing? Thank y'all. Hey, Devin.
yeah, then we got Montreal.
Hey, how
You
y'all
know,
doing? Well,
then we
yeah,
had
keep commenting. I just need to know that y'all out here listening, and I
then
ain't saying all this good stuff in vain.
they ain't missing that information. They definitely ain't gonna miss that information. But because I'm gonna tell you though, one thing about it, they gonna watch it. They gonna tune in. One thing about it that teach us humbly, that teach me that eventually one day they're gonna watch this again. You know, so they're gonna eventually be Sweet Baby Keita fans. Because just like I became one, when I work with you and different things like
Yeah.
that up there at the day night
And
comedy show,
that's
man.
how I get fans.
Man, we had
Ah,
man, look, we had, man, shout out to Blowfish, man. Shout out to William X, because I'm telling you, we
yeah,
really had a fun
we had
time
a
that night.
fun show. It was
Man,
fun.
yes, I'm telling the people enjoy you and everything like that. Like just from the top to bottom, like, from just the struggles and the breakthroughs and things that Sweet Baby have learned through all this. Right now, I want you to give, because I like to do this towards the end of the segment. I want Sweet Baby to give, you know, Before we do that, let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
What would the new you tell the old you to get with a new you at? What would the new you tell the
What
old
the
you?
new me tell the old me? That my connections are the most important. The people you meet, it ain't about, you know what I'm saying, a lot of times people are so talented but they don't get where they need to be, or a lot of times people aren't talented but they got all these followers or whatever. But again, I say the connections that you make will put you through certain doors. Like, you know what I'm saying, you have to be a person that is people friend, you know what I'm saying, easy to work with, because a lot of people could have made it but their attitude sucks or whatever. And I mean, just being mindful, because sometimes I just don't even conversate with people. Like, I try to distance myself from the promoters or what have you for shows that I was on, just being respectful of who brought me on the show. Like, I'm not trying to, you know, get up on your lick or trying to get in your lane or take something from you. So I really wouldn't talk to promoters or really get engaging with them. So they really didn't know me to, you know what I'm saying, to ask me to come back or do something like that. But now I know that I need to, you know, really get in there, show who I am, speak to people, make those connections. So they'll know me not only as their artist that they paid, but they'll know me as a human being that, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, how I am and my work ethic. And I think it just, that was really speaking for myself. Like,
Yeah.
I knew that from the beginning, and my work ethic has just, it's just grown and it's just got bigger. Just about being on time and just how I dress. You seen that picture you just showed? Like, I always
I,
be on
I,
point. The first thing they're gonna do is look and say, "Oh my God, she about to," like, you don't even believe I'm about to tell jokes. You think I'm about to tussle roll or something? I don't know, but I always my wardrobe. I had got a stylist early on, but the thing is God, and it's my energy. The lady was, I was introduced by another, and she's a poet, and I was introduced to a stylist, and she would pick me out stuff that I would never ever pick for myself. Like, I would never go and say, "Oh, I want this and this." She would hand me stuff when I would come to her house and be like, "Try this on, put this on," and I'd be looking at it like, no, but she'd be like, "Just try it on," and it would look amazing. And I was like, you know what I'm saying, that just brought me to another plateau, because that's another thing you got to know. Like, you had to be like, sometimes people ain't listening to you because they don't even want to look up their at you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you
yeah.
ain't got nothing going on they even want to pay attention to.
Yeah.
And so I always tell women to be mindful. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to do something to kind of stand out, or you'll just be another female comic. I mean, so I just try. My quote is, my shoe game is insane, and it is. My heels and my sneakers, both.
Oh,
I promise you. I had some stuff. Dudes be calling me like, "Where you get them gold forces at, nigga?"
okay.
Because
Swag
when I
on,
see something odd, like, I get it right
swag
then.
on
I be
full
like,
attack. Swag
"What?"
on full attack.
Yeah, I'ma come. I'ma come. Ready to get it. I'ma come ready to get it.
Okay. And then look, and another thing I like to do, I like to, you know, I'm not stalking or nothing like that, but I like to search people stuff. Like, I'm a fan before anything. And I ran across a picture and I want, what were you actually? It's like that picture right there, like you was singing like you was leading a song. You like you were just leading a song, like or something. Like, what was, tell me, where was you? You
I
was,
was at the Apollo winning. That's what I was doing. I was at the Apollo telling them jokes. I had 90 seconds. Um, and if you know what 90 seconds is, if you can add, that's a minute and a half. I had 90 seconds to do my jokes. I had been practicing them. Like, we were in New York for a week before we even taped. So everywhere we would go, we would stop, and she'd be like, "Say it," and then I had 4 jokes, and I had them timed down where they will all fit into that 90 seconds. Because I just realized, like, doing these videos and stuff, that I was like, you can't do all that in a minute, but you can. It's a lot of
yeah.
stuff you can put into a minute. So I felt like it wasn't enough time. It blew my mind to have 90 seconds. I mean, if they would have said a minute and a half, I think I would have felt better than 90. You know what I'm saying? Saying it as 90 seconds. That's seconds. So I just kept practicing. So when I got out there, like I just took a deep breath and I just went into my set and I was just going because I had been practicing it and I knew I only had this amount of time and I had got it down to such a format. When I finished my 4 jokes, Steve Harvey looked at me and said, "That's it." I said, "Y'all only gave me 90 seconds. Like Steve wanted me to tell more jokes and I had stopped. Like, this it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Man, I tell you about one thing about it. Speaking of 90 seconds, before you know, we here with Sweet Baby Keita, everybody, and make sure y'all drop a comment. Speaking of 90 seconds, you very, 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 very good thinker, very sharp in the mind. Before we get out of here, I want to give you 90 seconds to give everybody in America that's gonna come across this video some encouraging words. I'm gonna start the timer. Go.
Listen, be the best you that you can be. You can't be nobody else, because when you are trying to do what somebody else is doing, you don't come across as convincing. Be the best you that you can be. Make your lane. Stop getting in other people's lane or always following suit. No, you can't reinvent the wheel, but you can put rims on it. And make sure that the thing that you're doing is blessing somebody, that is keeping them to, like, in a time of for comedy, in a time of grief, in a time of storm, in a time just to get that laugh off your chest versus crying is a relief. And if you're a comedian, that's the type of comedy that you should convey. And I put it into one hashtag: saving souls. And that's what I do. Save souls.
Well, that right there was a minute and 2 seconds. You had a little bit more time, but right there,
Oh, did I? I just didn't know. I don't know nothing. I told you I had. That's how Steve Harvey was looking, because I had that stuff down to a boom, boom, boom. I don't know. I ain't never been asked to do this before, but again, I say I just hope I move somebody in the right direction. I hope that somebody that plans on being that's a thing for me. I want to say that before I get out of here. People do inbox me and ask me. I've had females ask me to mentor with them and things of that nature, and I tell them no. I don't say it to be mean. I said I don't have because I was working so much. I said I don't have the time to invest to mentor you, but what I will do is answer any questions that you have. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're trying to ask something, or you're thinking of something, or is it something you want to do, if you ask me, I'll tell you how I feel or help you in a direction that you could go. But I can't mentor with anyone, you know what I'm saying, at this stage right now, like I would love to. I feel like a lot of people that are way above me should be doing what, you know what I'm saying, I'm doing. They should be mentoring with someone or preparing someone to move up, because you can't stay in that top spot for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be people coming after, and you should prepare and pave a way, especially as female comics, because it's so hard. Just pave the way to let these other sisters get in the door. I wish every female comic the best of luck, and I hope that you guys hit the mark that you're looking for. And if you have any questions, I will answer them. I just can't mentor with you.
That's what it is, man. Make sure y'all, everybody right now, go follow her, www.sweetbabykeita.com. Make sure you also follow her on Instagram at Sweet Baby Keita, all together. Bunch them up.
It's SWEETBABYKITA.
That's what it is right there, Sweet Baby Keita. Hey, look, man, I really, really appreciate it. I was uplifted. I was encouraged through your testimony, and I'm hoping, and I know it for sure, is going to encourage somebody else to actually change up something that they doing like that. So I really appreciate you having been, on one-on-one live RaDeazy Herrin Drive, wasting a whole hour watch a day to tell the world about this goodness. You know what I'm saying? So I really appreciate it, man. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Yeah. But anytime, man. Everybody out there, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you go follow on Instagram, and make sure you go to her website right now. Again, Thank you, sweet baby Keita.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was wrap it up right there for another episode of One-on-One Live, RaDeazy Herrin Drive. Make sure y'all tune back in this Wednesday. We're gonna be back here with another special guest. We're gonna be kicking a little flavor. Make sure, artists, if you got music, make sure you send it in because we're gonna be playing all the music. So we here to give you exposure, free exposure. So guess what? Next time, One-on-One Live, RaDeazy Herrin Drive will be next Wednesday. So make sure y'all tune in. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Drop a comment. Make sure you share this video when you come across it. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah. Hey. Let me paint this picture right quick.
You are now entering the
Yeah, I'm living in the fast lane with my stunner shades on, blocking out the vision of the hater straight face on. Love, live life. Still, I'm living in the fast lane with my stunner shades on, blocking out the vision of the hater straight face.